should be working. I don't know why it isn't. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
We are live here for WMUC Sports for Maryland versus Delaware State women's basketball. Apologize for a few technical difficulties at the start, but we are up and running now. Maryland is up 2-0 as we start this one out. The Terps are coming off a 100-99 dramatic victory against Minnesota and will look to keep the momentum going in what should be a step down in competition against the Delaware State Hornets. Now, Delaware State has possession of the ball and hoisted a three up. That was Nikisha Sanders, but it's no good. Yarn Garzone shoots a three of her own, and that one falls. Garzone crucial in the comeback win against the Golden Gophers, already starting off hot in this one. And a dangerous pass there, but it's given to Frierson, and now given back to Nikisha Sanders. Frierson back to Sanders. They get it in the middle to Erica Huggins, but Huggins can't find anything. Now driven in by Reynolds, and it's no good out of bounds. So just over 8 minutes remaining in this one, and Maryland has a 5-0 lead. Now Walker gets to Garzone. Now back to Mir McLean. A little bit of a different starting lineup for the Terps, as both Sailor Poffenbarger and Addie Mack are not playing today. Both played almost 50 minutes against Minnesota, so a little bit of a break for two of Maryland's star players. Garzone puts up a three, and it is good. So Garzone already with 8 points. She has all of the Terps scoring and all the scoring in the game. Great start for the Indiana transfer. Delaware State now looks to go the other way. It's Amia Scott. Scott gives it up to Anaya Jones. Jones over to Jeremiah Frierson. Frierson into Reynolds, but it's no good. Rebound by Ozzy Mamadou, and Garzone has it now. Garzone over to McLean on the right wing. And now back out to Garzone. She dribbles in, can't find anything. And then McLean takes it in, or that was Kendall Walker, rather. And Walker is fouled on the drive and will shoot two. So a quick start for Maryland so far.
Yes. And Yarden Garzone is a key piece of that, and is why Maryland has had this strong start so far, scoring all 8 points, as you mentioned, early on here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Garzone, big part of this Maryland team when she transferred in. Has struggled a little bit game to game from three, but overall has been a great addition. And she is starting off this one hot. Now Kendall Walker will shoot the first free throw, and it goes. Gives the Terps a 9-0 lead. Now this Delaware State team, as I mentioned briefly earlier, not quite the quality of any of the teams Maryland has played so far. They've just one Division I win in the last 2 years. And they are currently, their 3 wins on the year are against D2, and Division III. So a little bit of a tough matchup for them against the Terps, as McLean gets the steal, and the pass up to Okonawa results in a fast break layup for the Terrapins. Maryland now will get in their press. They do this a lot against lesser opponents, like to make them uncomfortable. And a double dribble is called. Amy Scott tried to break the press but was unable to, and Maryland will retain possession. 12-0 Terps with just over 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this one. That was the third turnover of the game for Delaware State already. They struggle with that this year. Have had bunches of turnovers throughout this season. Kendall Walker takes it up. Has it at the top of the three-point line. Gives it to Garzone, who gets it to Okanoa in the corner. Now Ozzy Mamadou has it in the paint, and her layup is no good. Knocked out of bounds. And it will go the other way, and the Hornets will take possession.
Yeah, you can see what Ozzy Mamadou was trying to do there, but she just couldn't get the lane in time before that shot went up.
Now the Hornets will look to inbound, try to beat this press for the Terrapins. And they cannot. It's given away to Walker. Walker to Okanoa, and a foul is called. So already early on, Delaware State struggling heavily with this press. 4 turnovers in just the first 4 minutes of the game. Now, I'm no mathematician, but that is on pace for 40 turnovers, which is not what you want to do.
You especially don't want to start with 4 turnovers in the first 4 minutes either.
Garzon will let a corner 3 fly. It's no good. Okanoa fights for the rebound, but it is Jeremisha Freyerson that comes away with it. Now Anaya Jones takes it in the paint, but is stopped by Garzon. Tries to find a teammate, but is unable to, and takes it in on Garzon, and it is good and one. So a little bit of creation there from Anaya Jones. She is the 3rd leading scorer on this Hornets team. And she transferred, this is her 4th school. Started out at Barton College, Division II level. Transferred to JUCO, East Georgia State. And then went to Limestone University before ending up now with the Delaware State Hornets. So she will shoot 2 free throws, just 4 for 8 on the year. And her 9th attempt is good. So Delaware State is on the board with just over 4 minutes into this first quarter. Now Okanoa drives in, gets into the paint, a little jump shot, no good. Fight for the rebound, goes out to Boyko. Kick out to Garzone, and Garzone gets it into Mamadou, and Mamadou's layup is good.
That was a good finish by Mamadou there.
Some easy paint work for the big, and Maryland will extend its lead to 11. Now Anya Scott has it. Quick point guard, freshman from Philadelphia. So she adds an element to this Delaware State offense. Just 5'3" though. Now Anise Geiger has it. And the pass to Frierson, and Frierson drives in, but is unable to finish. Now Kendall Walker goes back down the other way. Walker looks to make something happen. Passes to Okanoa, and Okanoa is reached on and fouled. It'll be on the ground. So we will get our first media timeout. The Terps take a 14-3 lead with 4:41 remaining in this first quarter. And we will take a quick break and be back for the rest of this first quarter action here in the Xfinity Center. We are back for the remainder of this first quarter between Maryland and Delaware State. A little Christmas festivity game going on. See Brenda Freeze over in the ugly Christmas sweater on the sideline. Vibes are high. And we got some basketball with the Terps holding an 11-point lead. And Delaware State looking for their own Christmas miracle. Kendall Walker has it. Gives it off to Okonawa. Okonawa takes the screen from Boyko, gives it to her on the roll. Boyko's shot is no good, and the rebound is corralled. Now Scott down the other way. Scott tries to take it in, stopped by Rainey Wilson. Wilson just checking in for the first time. And now Delaware State will set it up. Sanders gives it back to Scott, and Scott will take a screen. Sanders gets it back. Looks to find Reynolds and does. Reynolds gives it back off to Scott at the perimeter. She lets a three fly and it goes. Nice shot there by Amia Scott. That's her first bucket of the game.
Yeah, Amia Scott just heaved up a prayer there and it worked, but Maryland is really pressing the Hornets and doing a great job at that end.
Yeah, the Maryland defense making Delaware State uncomfortable. Okonawa with a nice move, but the finish doesn't go. Went down and out, but it will remain Maryland possession as it was knocked out of bounds by the Hornets. So 14-6 with 3:38 remaining. Okonawa will check out for Yarden Garzone, who will be the inbounder. And it gets into Boyko. Boyko gets it to Kendall Walker, who gives it to Garzone in the corner. Garzone finds Ozzy Mamadou, who cross-court passes it to Rainey Wilson. Now Mamadou gets it back, looks to make something happen, dishes out to Walker. Little pull-up mid-range jumper's good.
That was a nice finish there by Walker.
First bucket of the game there for Kendall Walker. She has 4 points. And now Amia Scott will take it the other way. Scott slows it down, gets the offense running as Sanders gives it off to Anaya Jones. And now Scott gets it back. Scott tries to take it in on Walker. Tough shot there, no good. Mamadou with the great defensive help. Now Walker will push up to Wilson. Wilson tries to get into Boyko but cannot, and is out of bounds. Hornets ball going the other way.
Yeah, Wilson had a little bit too much on that pass there, but unfortunately it didn't work out that time. We'll see what they can do here.
Yeah, Sanders now will take it up against this Maryland press. Sanders has it on the perimeter, guarded by Kendall Walker. Gets it over to Jermisha Frierson. Now Anaya Jones has it. Jones takes it on Garzone, gets out to Frierson. Frierson tries to take it in, but a charge is called. Pushed off on Rainey Wilson, and Wilson draws the charge, taking it the other way. So that's another turnover on for Delaware State as their 5th of the game. That one was given away by Frierson, and the foul was on Frierson. Now pass up court to Rainey Wilson. Wilson calling for a screen, gets one from Boyko. Now the roll gives it to Boyko. Nice big-to-big pass to Ozzy Mamadou, or that was Okonawa. And Okonawa gets the bucket. So a nice finish there. 18-6 Terps with 1:53 in this first quarter. And an unforced error by the Hornets as another turnover. Anaya Jones tried to pass it over to, that was Nikisha Sanders, but the pass was too far in front and is now going the other way. So Terps will take possession.
Sloppy passing and costly turnovers has led to the Hornets not possessing the ball as much as they want to here in the first quarter.
Okonawa gives a pass to Garzone. Her three's no good, but the rebound by Ozzy Mamadou is up and good. Great awareness there on the offensive glass from Ozzy Mamadou. Now Delaware State trapped against the half-court line, and Mamadou takes it away, gives it up to Okonawa. 1-on-2 fast break, and she loses the ball out of bounds. So after a little bit of a chaotic sequence, it'll go back to the Hornets. But 6-0 run for the Terps in the last 2 minutes and 4 seconds as they lead 20-6 with a minute 17 remaining in this first quarter. Now Nikisha Sanders has it, gets it up to Zion Reynolds. Now Scott has it. Scott gives it to Nia Jones. Nia Jones tries to find Anise Geiger, but again throws it away. And it's going back to the Terrapins with 57.3 remaining in this first quarter. Some sloppy play from the Hornets. 8 first quarter turnovers. And Maryland will take over with Garzone. She'll dribble it in, get it to Boyko. Boyko out to Okanawa. Brianna Williams goes to set the screen, but it's rejected. Okanawa shoots a layup. It's no good, but gets her own miss and goes right back up with it for the bucket. Scott now tries to break the press and does. So Anaya Jones will have it, who gives it back to Scott. Scott guarded by Garzone. And now Jones has it at the top of the key. She looks to get into Reynolds, but is unable to. And Jones gives it back out to Scott. Scott now will take it into the Maryland paint. Dribbles around, but was unaware of the shot clock, and it will expire on her. And they will lose possession without getting a shot up. So not a great offensive set there by the Hornets.
That was really good pressure by Yarden Garzone there. She just followed her all the way around inside the paint, which
so
avoided.
Now with 9.7 remaining, Terps will try to make something happen. Garzone has it, being guarded by Frierson. Garzone takes a little mid-range runner, but is no good as time will expire. So we will take another quick break and be back for the start of the second quarter. Terps lead 22-6 at the end of the first. Before we get set for the second quarter of action, we're going to quickly hear from our sideline reporter, Aubrey Wurst. Aubrey, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Noah. You can really see a lot of momentum here for the Terps in this game since they're coming off a huge 100-99 win. In just the first 2 minutes, the Terps were able to put up 5 and keep the ball pretty much fully on their side of the court. In just for the first 4 minutes, we also saw 4 turnovers and 9 total in this quarter. The Terps were able to keep the Hornets off the board until halfway through the quarter. Unfortunately, the Hornets are seeing a lot of missed shots here. They're definitely hoping to clean that up heading into the next quarter. The Terps are on fire so far this game, and hopefully we'll keep that going into the next. The Terps are up 22-6. Back to you guys.
Thank you, and we will take another quick break and be back for the start of the second quarter.
Welcome back to College Park. I'm Cam Cross alongside Noah Ghelli as Maryland has a 22-6 lead here as we enter the second quarter of play. The Hornets have possession. It's Burton has possession for the Hornets. They're moving very quickly as a costly turnover yet again. It's their 9th turnover of this game as the Terps have it. They put it up, and they can't get it to go down. It's back to the Hornets. Frierson's got it.
Yeah, the Hornets have been struggling with turnovers all game. Another one, but Maryland unable to capitalize on the other side.
Yes, that possession, the Terps were unable to do so, but another turnover yet again by the Hornets. That is their 10th turnover in just over a quarter of play.
Right on cue.
As Maryland gets the ball stripped from the Hornets defender Frierson. To her left, she had Burton. She could not get it out to Burton in time, though, as Maryland defense was here to strip the ball back, and Maryland's got it.
Burton had a nice open layup there, was unable to make it. You got to have those if you're the Hornets.
And Brianna Williams went up to take that shot there. She was fouled, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Williams is 20 for 25 this season in free throws. 80% free throw shooter is Brianna Williams. Williams gets it to go.
Williams has really come on strong as of late this season. First couple games didn't get too much playing time, but lately has been a big piece off the bench for the Terps. Brenda Freeze trusting her more and more as the season goes along.
Yes, indeed, and the Hornets have it back now. As a turnover abruptly by Garzone, the whistle is blown.
Yeah, it seemed a travel was called. A little bit of a shuffle of the feet there, trying to get the ball up. And the Hornets just have not been able to get the ball past this Maryland press, turning it over often.
Yes, they now have 12 turnovers due the Hornets in this game. As Okonowa, cross-court pass to Kendall Walker, who went up and shot it, but she could not get the shot to fall down. So she'll go up to the line, shoot 2.
It's another and one there for the Terps. That's their second in just a couple possessions. So Maryland doing a good job finishing through contact. Let's see if Kendall Walker can convert the three-point play.
Zion Reynolds on the foul for the Hornets. Walker with 6 points, make it 7 on the night. The Hornets will get possession. Jones has it. She's trying to find a teammate, but Maryland is collapsing quickly as Frierson's got it for the Hornets near midcourt. She's guarded by Okonowa. She flips it out to Jones to her left. Shot clock's tipping down to 4. She puts it up. She can't get it to go. As she will go to the line to shoot 2.
Finally, Delaware State able to get the ball past half court. They hadn't been able to do that in a while. They get the ball inside, get fouled. Now a chance at some free throws to cut into this lead because the Terps extended it to 22.
At the line for the Hornets is Imana Addison.
Addison just 3 for 8 on the year from free throws. She splits those. So 4 for 10 now. 40%, not exactly what you want to see. I think that's what I shot when I was in 4th grade, and that's not exactly what my coach had me at the line doing. So maybe Delaware State will look to shoot a little better clip from the line.
As Garzon had it momentarily. They're moving quickly, the Terps are, but the Hornets, they read it well that time as they pick up the turnover. And out and running for the Hornets is Fearson. Fearson's got it. Heavily guarded by McLean near half court. Fearson is looking for someone, but McLean is guarding her as she was looking for Huggins. And it went out of bounds.
The way it's looking on the court, Delaware State just cannot get it past the Maryland defense. It's like they have 15 players out on the court. As another turnover is called as an offensive foul there. And as I was saying, it's almost like they're playing 5 on 15 right now. There's a Maryland player in every lane. They're almost double teamed all the time. Delaware State has to spread out their offense.
You're exactly right there, Noah. And Delaware State has to spread it out fairly quickly as a shot put up there by, I believe that was Mariah Bako, is a hard foul on the court. Leads to a Hornets foul by number 11, Maya Jones.
I believe that was Mir McLean that went up for the rebound and was taken down. So Maryland will retain possession.
Mariah Bako has it in the corner, and she's got it. Excuse me, that was Yarden Garzon, that three-pointer there. And there's their third three of the evening as Maryland extends their lead 31-7. As the Hornets will call a timeout, we'll step aside here on WMUC Sports. Keep it right here. We'll be back momentarily from College Park. Welcome back to College Park. Hornets have possession with the Terps leading 31-7. Hornets moving the ball quickly, still trying to find a lane. As Addison had it for the Hornets, put it out to Fearson. Fearson put it up, she couldn't get it to go. As the Terps will get possession, Garzone's got it. Garzone near half court. She finds McLean to her left. Puts it out to...
Ooh. That's some nice big-to-big passing there from the Terps.
And Mariah Boyko finished it off for the Terps.
Maryland's been able to do a lot of that in these last couple of games. They like to get it to the high post with one of their bigs and dump it right under the basket. Get the big-to-big passing. And if you're a big, you know where your fellow bigs want the ball because it's the same place you would want the ball. So you can just put it right on them. They go up and score.
That's exactly what the Terps do here, as they have possession in the painted area. Is Williams, as she drains the three-pointer from distance, extends the lead 36-7.
That is, I believe, the third charge in a row that has just been called. Maryland on an 8-0 run in the last minute and 6 seconds. They did it a little quicker than that against Minnesota, but still an impressive run.
The Terps will have possession. McLean had it, flipped it out to Garzone, who was to her left. In the paint is Ozzy Mamadou, as she finished it off. Puts up the shot and finishes it off. It's another point yet again for the Terps, as that ball goes out of bounds.
So a 10-0 run over the last minute 27 for the Terps. 10-0 run is what's called a kill shot because, as you can see, Delaware State looks dead.
Yes, Delaware State has to figure it out. They have total of 15 turnovers, just over 5 minutes to play here in the first half. They really have to figure it out quickly if they're trying to chip back away here a little by little.
And now, possibly in one of the craziest stats I've seen in a while, Delaware State has only attempted 10 shots so far in this game, and we are halfway through the second quarter. And for perspective, Maryland has 29. So the turnover is really hurting Delaware State's chances.
And Maryland is also getting a lot of points off turnovers as well.
To be exact, they have 21.
Yes, so Maryland is dominating in that asset of the game. And dominating all facets, actually, of the game this evening. As Walker makes it 40-7, just under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Maryland on a 12-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 22 seconds. As they'll get the ball back, another turnover for the Hornets. Mamadou finished it off that time to extend the lead 42-7. Forces Delaware State to call a timeout. They're going to talk things over as their rough night continues.
42-7 is like watching Maryland football all over again.
Yes, unfortunately, that is a good analogy there. And not what the Hornets coaching staff likes to see, especially early on here. They hope they get a little bit more points early on, but unfortunately that's not the case so far. They're gonna try to pan out something to get them back just a little bit. Let's say if they can cut this down to the 42 to, let's say, within 20 points, they might get something together. But right now, they just have to find a way to get something in the basket.
Yeah. So we'll come out of the timeout with a 5-touchdown lead for Maryland. 4:26 remaining in this second quarter.
Coming out of the timeout, the Hornets have possession. They'll get it here. Heavily guarded once again by the Terps. Williams has it for the Hornets. She puts it out to Anise Geiger, who puts it up and gets the bucket to fall. As Geiger makes this a 42-9 contest. And in the lane is Williams. She spins around one defender and can't get it to go.
Yeah, she took one too many steps on that spin. Nice move, able to get it to go, but can't walk.
You cannot, as the Hornets will get possession. As checking back in is Oluchi Okanawa. Okanawa checks back in with 6 points in the game. As the Hornets have possession. As they get it back now. Smith calling for it to the left. Is taking the shot is Fearson. She can't get it to go as Maryland gets the rebound. As Wilson puts it up. She can't get it to go. As the ball will go back into the hands of the Hornets. As Maryland once again is pressing very well and causing a lot of havoc for the Hornets offense. The Hornets cannot do anything about it. Another foul is called on the Hornets.
Yeah, and I get Delaware State, obviously, you're going to have some turnovers. You're overmatched athletically, physically. But those moving screens and the charges is something that you can cut out even no matter the talent gap. All they have to do is set their feet when they're setting a screen. But I think they're rushing too much, and it's leading to these turnovers that they just cannot afford.
Yes, exactly. And they got to start somewhere. And what they're doing right now here, which is almost a turnover at midcourt, that cannot happen. But there was a backcourt violation to finish off that play. So the Hornets are continuing to shoot themselves in the foot and hurt their chances to get back into this one.
If you are keeping track at home, the turnover counter is now at 18 for Delaware State. So we're back on pace for 1 per minute.
As the Terps shoot a three. They can't get the fall, though. It's a good rebound by Williams. She picks it up. Okanawa sets for a three. She can't get it to go, but cleaning up the miss was Ozzy Mamadou, as Mamadou and a number of Hornets defenders fall to the court. As she'll get a chance to she would not get a chance to shoot two as Terps get possession. Garzon's got it. Out to Okanawa, over to Wilson. Wilson over to Garzon in the corner for three. Garzon sinks it. Yarden Garzon has her 4th three-pointer in this game. Now has 14 points overall. Extends the lead 47-9. With just over 2 minutes to play here in the first half.
This is like watching Michigan men's basketball team.
Yeah, and the Michigan men's basketball team will be here in just roughly 3 days on Saturday night inside Xfinity Center.
Let's hope it's not too similar to how this one's going.
Yes, let's hope so, and we'll keep our fingers crossed. The Hornets got it. Putting it up and finishing it off was number 4, Anise Geiger. Geiger now has 4 points on the night for the Hornets. As Coach Brenda Freese will call a 30-second timeout. As Maryland continues to lead in all assets of this game, 47-11 to score. What do you think the Hornets need to do in the second half to just try to get back into this as much as they can? You know, it's almost a...
What do they need to do to get back into this game is find a whole nother roster. But
Yeah.
what they can do to maybe cut the lead down a little bit is just stop with the silly turnovers.
Yes.
There's no need to set a moving screen. There's no need to push your arm out when you're trying to get the ball up the court. And those are just not going to help them if they're going to try to get at least some moral victory and cut a little bit into this lead.
Yeah. Eliminating the costly mistakes is what they have to start with, and it starts play after play. And, you know, having one turnover per minute is not the way to start. Not the way to clean things up. And speaking of cleaning things up, is down low with Wilson as she puts it up and gets it to go. It's 49-11 score.
Great play call by Brenda Fries out of timeout. Garzone took the screen, got wide open to the basket.
As the Hornets have possession. Guarded by Garzone to go into paint. Double team. Harrison puts it up. She can't get it to fall. As Maryland can complete control. Just 45 seconds left in the first half.
Freshman forward Nicole Fratea has checked into the game. Has not played that much this year, but has gotten some minutes towards the end. But Boyko will shoot 2 free throws.
Mario Boyko 7 for 8 at the stripe. Make that 8 for 9.
And for someone of Boyko's size, great free throw shooter.
Yes, indeed. Let's make that 9 for 10 as she shoots both of them. 51-11 our score. It's the Hornets with possession. 35 seconds left in this first half. A couple Hornet calling for it as Sanders has it for the Hornets. Shot clock ticks down at 6 now. As Fearson looks for a lane to put up a shot. She puts it off, but she can't get it to finish as the Terps get the rebound. Yarden Garzone gets the rebound as she's off and running. She's guarded by 2 Hornet defenders. Garzone with the game clock at 2.5. Garzone puts it up, can't get it to go, but the Terrapins have dominated so far in this first half, putting up 51 points to the Hornets 11. A 50-point lead heading into halftime. As we enter halftime with the Terps up 51-11. We'll keep it right here on WMUC Sports. Halftime is upon us in college.
As we get ready for halftime, we're going to quick check in with our sideline reporter, Aubrey Wurst. Aubrey, what do you have for us?
Yeah, thanks, Noah. This quarter was eventful for the Terps. They put up 29 more points, extending their lead and really pulling away from the Hornets. The Terps were able to keep the ball on their side of the court most of the quarter yet again. The Hornets are continuing to struggle, missing shots, not taking shots, and allowing a lot of turnovers, which is where the Terps were able to squeeze in and score a majority of their points. But the Hornets were able to put up a few more points this quarter, leaving us at Maryland 51, Delaware State 11. Back to you.
Thank you. And we'll take a break as we get set to start the third quarter, and we'll take a break for halftime. we are back now for the second half of action between the Maryland Terrapins and the Delaware State Hornets. First half, you could describe it as one-sided. Maryland leads 51-11 and have dominated in every single statistical category. For Delaware State, the biggest story, the turnovers. 19 in the first half. That is on pace for 38 over the course of the game, which is a lot.
It is
Maryland shooting 51.3% from the field and 41.7% from three and 100% from the line. So the Terps have been super efficient, but the Hornets not helping themselves. Now, it'll be Anya Scott with possession. The ball will get worked outside to Anaya Jones, who is fouled from three. Jones shoot it from the corner, and the reach in by Akanawa draws the shooting foul. So now Anaya Jones will head to the line for 3 free throws. These are just the 4th, 5th, and 6th free throws of the game for the Hornets.
See what Anaya Jones can do here. Their team trails by 40.
First one is good for Jones. Jones was 4 for 8 from the line going into the game. She made her first, put her at 5 for 9. Now knocked down the next two. So she's 3 for 3 on the day. One more coming, and it's good. So a perfect 3 for 3 at the line for Anaya Jones as the Hornets cut the lead to 37. Ozzy Mamadou now shoots a layup. It's no good. The rebound gets tipped out. Garzone ends up with it. 3 no good. And Okanawa gets the rebound and is fouled. Some dominant offensive rebounding from Aluchi Okanawa. That's the 3rd personal on Anya Scott. And Okanawa will shoot 2 from the line. She is yet to attempt a free throw in this game.
Okanawa enters his free throw attempt with 8 points on the game so far.
Now, for a Terps team that is used to shooting lots of free throws, in this game, this is only their 7th, and now she will attempt her 8th as she knocks down the first one. But they haven't really need to shoot free throws because they've been out in transition so much. No need to force inside and draw any fouls. Okanawa will knock down the second. So the Terps lead back up to 39, 53-14 with 9:20 remaining in this third quarter. Anya Scott will take it up. Gets it over to Jermisha Frierson, and Frierson is fouled. So the Hornets playing a little more under control to start this second half. But also, we haven't really seen Maryland put the full press on yet, which we may not in the second half, but we will have to see. Frierson will inbound it for the Hornets. And she somehow gets it in to Erica Huggins. Huggins able to reclaim a tip pass, take it to the rim for a layup, and those are her first points of the game. Now Garzone will take it in the other way on Huggins. Kicked out, swung around. Okanawa gets it back to Kendall Walker. Walker gets into Mir McLean. McLean tries to get to Mamadou but can't. And a foul is called. Reynolds was the culprit on that one. And that is her, I believe, that is her 3rd foul of the game.
On that last Hornets possession, that was probably their best play of the game so far. And the way they finished off that play.
It was a nice layup by Huggins, but now Maryland will go the other way. Garzone has in the corner. Her 3 is up. It can't fall. Rebound to Erica Huggins. And now it's Sanders going the other way. Nikisha Sanders has it. And she slows it down, guarded by Garzarn at the top of the key. The Hornets try to run an action, get it to Frierson. Now they get it, try to work it inside, but are unable to. They were looking for Liliana Harrison, the freshman, but could not find her. It's stolen away by Iziazi Mamadou, and another foul is called for Delaware State. That one is on Jermisha Frierson. So the Terps will inbound it, and Kendall Walker has it now. Walker gives it up to Okonawa. Okonawa gets it into the middle to Garzone. Garzone takes it in on Frierson, gets it to Kendall Walker. Garzone gets it back, a little pick and pop in the mid-range, and it goes. So Garzone is still feeling it with this shot, and she has 18 now, 50% from the field.
Yeah, that was a good finish there by Garden Garzone. She read it well. She finished it off strong.
Now Delaware State has it. It's Anaya Jones on the left wing. 7:30 remaining in this game. Jones airballs a layup, and a jump ball is called. This one looks like it'll go the other way, and it will be Maryland ball. So Jones could not complete the finish. The Terps lead 55-16. Just under 7.5 minutes to go. Okonawa has it now. Whips it past Garzon. Gets it back. Gives it to McLean in the paint. She takes it in on Harrison. Her layup is up and no good, but the foul is called. So Mir McLean will have her first chance at some points in this one, as she'll head to the line and shoot two.
The Terps are moving way too fast for the Hornets to even keep up with their pace of play, and that's exactly what the Terps need to keep doing. They're already up big, 55-16.
Now McLean will get her 2 free throw attempts of her own. She is 70% on the year. First one up is no good, off the front rim. McLean will get a second shot though. And that one falls. So McLean is on the board for the Terps. That makes it 7 different Maryland players that have scored. Not the most depth for the Terps today, as multiple players are missing the game. Addie Mack is out. Bree McDaniel is out. And Sailor Poffenbarger is out, along with Kayleen Smeichel, who is out for the year, and Leah Bartelme, who is also out for the year. So Terps running low on their depth today, but luckily they haven't really seemed to need it, as they lead by 40 in this one with under 7 minutes to go. It'll be Sanders inbounding the ball to Harrison. Gets it back to Sanders on a dribble handoff. It rolls to Erica Huggins, whose layup is up, no good. Rebound falls to Ozzy Mamadou, and she is fouled. So Maryland will retain possession. And that is already the 5th team foul for the Terps. So we're going to be shooting 2. Maryland in the bonus real early in this third quarter. So it'll be Ozzy Mamadou with 2 free throws. Mamadou, 8 points, 10 rebounds. First free throw is no good. So she will not be able to get a double-double at this trip. We'll see if she can knock down the second free throw and not waste the free attempts. And she is. So 9 points now for Mamadou, and the Terps lead by 41. Nikisha Sanders goes down the other way. Gets it off to Frierson. Frierson gets into Jones. Jones to Harrison. Harrison back out to Frierson. And Frierson a little out of control. And a jump ball is called. Might have been best case scenario there for the Hornets, as it looked like they were going to lose it. But they will retain possession. as Boyko will check in for Ozzy Mamadou.
Yeah, there was way too much going on there for Fierce, and she had to settle it down, and she didn't, and that's the costly turnover that the Hornets paid.
So it will be Maryland ball, rather. And Delaware State has not scored in over 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So a rough scoring drought for the Hornets. Walker gets it to Garzone. Garzone cross court to Walker. She'll dribble in and is fouled. That was Nikisha Sanders on the foul. And Kendall Walker will shoot 2 free throws now as the Terps are in the bonus. 9 points for Walker in this one. She's played 20 minutes in this game. Kendall Walker, first attempt is up and good. So double digits for Walker now. Now the next free throw is up and good. So 59-16 lead for the Terps. It'll be Nikisha Sanders on it. Gets it to Nye Jones. Sanders gets it back. Dumps it off to Tony Smith, the freshman. Smith, unable to create anything, gets it to Iman Addison. Addison, nice move, but is blocked by Boyko. Out of bounds, and it will stay with the Hornets. But great defense there by Mario Boyko.
Once again, the Hornets are doing way too much, especially when they're in the painted area. They just have to quiet things down. They have to settle things down and focus on their game and focus on setting up the shot. They're just way too energetic for the points that they've scored. They only have 16 on the board so far. And another example is that sloppy pass there, and which led to a Maryland turnover.
Yeah, trying to get it to Nikisha Sanders, unable to. Ball out of bounds. Terps basketball. Kendall Walker has it now. Will eject the screen, take it to the right wing. Now Brenna Williams has it at the three-point line. Nice drop-in pass to Boyko. Boyko dumps it off, and the layup is good. That was Mir McLean. Some great passing there by the Maryland Bigs. Now Nikisha Sanders will take it back up the other way.
That was a good read there by Maria Boyko. She read it well and was able to hand off that pass just in time.
Anaya Jones now has it. Gets it into Iman Addison. And Addison again unable to convert. Boyko gets the ball, takes it up the court, gives it off to Kendall Walker. Now Walker dumps it into McLean. McLean guarded by Tony Smith. Back to Walker. Over to Garzon. Into the paint to Boyko. Boyko posting up Harrison. Kicks it out to Kendall Walker. Nice little half spin move, fade away, and it cannot fall. So a nice move there by Kendall Walker, unable to complete it. So it'll stay 61-16 Terps with 4:44 remaining in this third quarter as a media timeout is called. So we will take a quick break and be back for the rest of this third quarter on WMUC Sports. We are back now for the final 4:44 in this third quarter. Maryland leads 61-16, and it has been all Terps throughout this entire game. Maryland currently on an 8-0 run before the media timeout, with the Hornets unable to convert on their last 4 shot attempts, including 3 turnovers, and have not scored in the last 4 minutes and 26 seconds. So Nikisha Sanders with the ball now, try to change that. Frierson has it, but now gives it up to Iman Addison. Addison gives it to Sanders. Sanders into Harrison. And Harrison kicks it out to Tony Smith. Tony Smith drives in, wild shot, but is fouled. And Smith will go to line.
You're not sure what Smith was trying to do there. She just hoisted up a shot at the last second, and it went way out of bounds into the third or fourth row of the seats.
Smith able to draw the foul, though, and will head to the line to shoot 2. Another interesting stat tidbit. There is not a player on the court right now for the Delaware State Hornets that has made a field goal in this game. Speaking of missing, Tony Smith just missed her first free throw. The second one is up and no good. I believe a lane violation was called on the Terps, so Smith will get another chance at it. She missed the first 2. Will now have her third. And it is no good. So an 0 for 3, 0 for 2 trip for Tony Smith there. And Kendall Walker will take it up the other way. Garzone has it now. Drives in. Gives it to Boyko. Boyko out to Williams. Williams with the long 2, and it's no good. Fight for the rebound, and it is corralled by Tony Smith. And now the Hornets push it up the court. Addison tries to make a move. Is unable to. And now Frierson has it. Smith gives it off to Frierson. Just 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Frierson has to make something happen. Drives in. Can't convert. Rebound Garzone. And Kendall Walker will take it the other way. Walker, nice pass inside. And Nicole Fritia able to convert for her first points of the game.
Beautiful pass, beautiful finish there by Fritia to get her first points of the game, as you mentioned.
Now, Nikisha Sanders will have it the other way. 63-16 for the Terps, with 3:08 or 3:05 rather remaining in this quarter. Reverse layup attempt there by Addison's no good. Rebound crowd by Boyko. And now Walker will go the other way. Deep 3 from Garzone. Will not count. She missed anyway, but traveled beforehand. Can't move before you catch or put the ball on the floor. So it'll go back the other way. Now, the Hornets will retain possession. It has been 6 minutes and 15 seconds since they have scored a point in this one.
They've got to get something going here. As you mentioned, a 6-minute scoring drought for the Hornets.
Now the Hornets will look to make something happen. With
immense pressure by the Terps is not allowing the Hornets to do anything offensively.
It'll be Nikisha Sanders, and a foul is called on the screen. So with 1.5 seconds left on the shot clock, the Hornets get bailed out, and the foul is called. So the clock will reset to 20. Hornets will inbound.
Will check in.
And the pass almost thrown away there, but Sanders able to corral it. Hawked by Kendall Walker. And another offensive foul is called on the screen. It had been a little bit since we've seen one of those, but they obviously have not left us. Now the Terps will retain possession, closing in on 7 minutes without a point for Delaware State, as the Terps lead by 47 with just over 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Fertia gives it off to Williams. Williams drives in, sets her feet. Kendall Walker with the pull-up jumper. That's good. And the lead is 49 now for the Terps. Sanders takes it the other way for the Hornets.
That's a
See
great
if
finish
they
by
can
Walker.
make something happen. Sanders throwing it down. Kendall Walker knocks it away. Sanders gets it back. Addison, dribble handoff to Frierson. Sanders gives it back. Now Tony Smith drives in on Fertia. Layup is no good. Rebound Boyko. Kendall Walker took a hit from her own teammate there and is on the ground in some pain. So we will take a quick step away for the injured player and be back momentarily. We are back now. Kendall Walker seems okay for the most part. Will check out of the game, however. Coming in will be Okonawa. And now the Terps will inbound with 1:23 remaining in this third quarter. Garzone playing a little bit of point forward right now. Will take it up cross half court. Gives it off to Okonawa. Okonawa gets it over to Garzone. Now Williams has in the paint. Nice pass to Fertia. Fertia goes up with it and is fouled. So some nice passing from Brianna Williams. Gets her teammate open, and Fertia will go to line for 2.
Fertia will enter this free throw attempt with 2 points on the game as she just checked in.
Fertia yet to make a free throw this year, 0 for 2. See if she can knock one down on this trip. The first one is no good. Second attempt from Fertia coming. And she knocks down that one. So Fertia is on the board for free throws this season. Always nice. But now it'll go the other way. Layla Burton.
Fertia has to feel really good to get her first free throw of the season.
Ball taken away by Okonawa. And the layup down the other side is good. Took it away from Frierson. Maryland back in their press right now. Up 52 with 35 seconds to go in this third quarter. It'll be Layla Burton. Guarded by Yarden Garzone at the top of the key. Burton takes it in and is fouled. Didn't look like a lot of contact, but enough to draw the whistle. And Burton will head to the line and shoot 2 free throws as the Hornets are in the bonus.
The Hornets are almost on a 9-minute scoring drought. Hopefully, we'll see if Burton can end it here.
Burton's first free throw. First free throw of the game for her. It is up and bounces out. So still scoreless over the last nearly 9 minutes in this one. Burton's second attempt is no good. So an empty trip at the line for the Hornets, and now a jump ball will be called off the rebound. Nobody was able to cleanly corral it. It will stay with the Hornets, so they'll have 16 seconds to end this quarter to try to get a bucket. and is knocked away by Fertia. Okanawa going the other way in transition. Shot is good and one. Count the basket. And now with 6.4 seconds remaining, Terps lead 70 to 16. Nice finish there from Okanawa through contact. And she will shoot one at the line. That's 14 now for Okanawa.
All around, great play by Okanawa there.
Her free throw's up and good. So 3 seconds remaining. Burton does not get a shot off. So after scoring quick into the third quarter, after the final 9.6 or 9 and 6 seconds of this third quarter, the Hornets are held scoreless. So we will take a quick break before hearing from our sideline reporter, Aubrey Wurst, in just a second. Now a quick report from our sideline reporter, Aubrey Wurst. Aubrey?
Thanks, Noah. It's a great night for the Terps here in Xfinity Center, really showing the Hornets they came to play with point after point. The Hornets are really struggling against the Terps, continuing to have issues against Maryland's defense, and going in a bit of a scoring drought. I will say it's definitely great to see the Terps competing just as hard as they would against any Big Ten team. Typically, you can notice teams letting off the gas when playing a team they know has lesser stats. But the Terps keep pushing hard with a 71-16 lead. Back to you guys for the fourth.
Thank you, Aubrey. And we'll take another quick break before returning for this fourth quarter of action.
Welcome back to College Park. I'm Cam Crossett. Getting ready for the start of the fourth quarter with the Maryland Terrapins have a 71-16 lead over the Hornets of Delaware State. As that last possession by the Terps went out of bounds. As they will retain possession. The inbound pass coming from Boyko. She flipped it out to Brianna Williams, who was fouled as she went up to the basket.
Delaware face foul. Number 10, Erica Huggins. That's her fourth personal, first team foul of the fourth quarter.
Huggins gets the foul as Williams will go to the line.
Brianna Williams at the line for Maryland, shooting two.
She's 1 for 1 of 3 throws this game. Make that 2 for 2. She sinks that one. Williams' second free throw attempt is also good. So 3 for 3 at the line. Very free throws this game for Brianna Williams. She extends the lead 73 to 16 here in the early stages of the fourth quarter. As the Hornets have it now. Jones has it. Flips it out to Huggins. Back to Frierson. Frierson, as the shot clock clip ticks down to 5 seconds, puts up a prayer, does not get it to go. As the Terps will go on with possession as Williams has it. She musters between 3 defenders as she falls to the court. And the ball goes out of bounds just off her fingertips.
Williams doing a nice job being the focal point of this offense as they close out the game. Some good reps for her as the Terps will look to move forward.
Terps have possession. As Ozzy Mamadou flip it out to Maria Boyko, who couldn't get it to go as the Hornets have possession. Shooting, possessing the ball for the Hornets. Putting up a 3 was Frierson, as she couldn't get it to go. As the Terps have it now. Ozzy Mamadou flips it out to Williams in the paint. Flips around one defender. Can't get it to go. She puts the shot up. Terps have it back, though. And cleaning up the loose change is Ozzy Mamadou.
Great pass there by Brianna Williams again.
Second chance effort goes for Mamadou. As the Hornets have possession. Frierson with the ball. Scott has it for the Hornets as she goes to the hoop. Cannot get it to fall. As the Terps get possession now, they go to their side of the court. As Walker puts it up, as she is pushed out of bounds, she will go to the free throw line. She will not get a chance for 2, but the Terps will retain possession as they have it here. As Okanawa had possession momentarily, she flips it out to Walker, who puts it up, and she's fouled. She's hit in the painted area as the Hornets have it. They get it back. Frierson's got it for the Hornets. As the shot clock resets, and the whistle is blown as a travel's called on Frierson and the Hornets. So the ball will yet again turn over to the Terps.
Yeah, that is turnover number 27 on this one.
Hornets keep piling up the turnovers, which only amounts to their 16 points on the night. As the Terps have it now. Walker with possession. Over to Maria Boyko, who's in the paint, flips it up and under. She's got it to go.
Nice move there by Boyko. Nice scoop layup, a little bit of finesse.
Yeah, she finished it off at the end there. A little fancy footwork in the paint. She gets around the Hornet defender to make an easy play for her, but did not look easy from up here in the Walker draws the foul. As the Hornets will get possession. They trail by 61, score 77-16, Maryland out front. In the paint is Scott, who's guarded by 3 Terp defenders, and that is their 28th turnover. As the Terps get the ball back, they're in the painted area. Okanawa puts it up. She's fouled in the process as she will go to the line. That's Jones's 4th foul. Okanawa is 3 for 3 from the stripe tonight. Make that 4 for 4. Now 16 points on the night for Okanawa. Okonawa does not get the second one. But cleaning up the loose change is Mir McLean. Down underneath the basket, she puts it up and gets it to go. 80-16 the score now for the Terps.
With 16 points now, Okonawa and Jordan Garzone have as many or more points as the entirety of the Hornets roster.
That is a stat the Hornets do not want to see when they take a look back at this contest tonight. Meanwhile, Terps moving quickly. Okonawa finishes off the job with a easy two for the Terps. It's 82-16. As the Hornets have possession. Scott goes in the lane, puts up the shot, cannot get it to go. As the Terps have possession here. Okonawa settling things down here. Flips it out to McLean. McLean, nice pass, down low to Mamadou. Mamadou tries to go over the basket, cannot get the shot up as the Hornets have possession now. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. As the Hornets have possession. Okonawa is guarding Scott. As Scott puts it up, it rattles home.
Well, bit of an ankle breaker there for Anya Scott.
So, yes, it was indeed. So Okonawa had trouble guarding Anya Scott there in that possession.
Now we have at least one highlight for the Hornets in this one.
Yes, and we will have a timeout called by Coach Brenda Fries that will lead us to immediate timeout here in the fourth quarter. We'll hope you keep it right here on WMUC Sports. Welcome back as Maryland has a 82-18 advantage over the Hornets. Just over 5 minutes to play here. As checking back into the game for the Terps is Yarden Garzone, number 12, and Nicola Frita, number 21. As possessing the ball here is McLean. As she puts up the shot, cannot get it to go. As McLean gets her own miss. She finds Garzone out front, guarded by Smith. Garzone. Nice pass, but couldn't connect to McLean down underneath the basket. See, timeout is called by Jasmine Turner of Delaware State. As we're going to talk things over as they trail big, 82 to 18 to score. Well, so as just under 5 minutes to play here, Noah, what can Hornets do now? That's a big question.
Yeah, and Maryland has really just dominated this entire game from start to finish. The Hornets never really stood a chance, if we're being totally honest. Maryland has 45 points off turnovers. They're out rebounding them 40 to 16. They have 18 assists to Delaware State's 2, and the turnover battle is 29 to 9. Maryland has 14 steals, 4 blocks, and they have 17 offensive rebounds. So really, just pure dominance all the way around.
Yes, exactly. And, we'll see. We might have to break out the history books if this is not just complete domination, but how the scoring differential between both squads is just one of the biggest the Terps have had. I know this season, but overall in a few years.
Yeah, it has. And Maryland had a game similar to this. They beat Loyola 80 to 26 in their opener. But right now, the Terps lead is even bigger than that one. So if they can hold on to this, and it's looking like they probably would be able to, this will be their biggest win of the season so far by point differential.
Yes, exactly. And, momentarily, in a few minutes, we'll talk about what the Terps have to come in conference play. And, it's definitely some tougher opponents than tonight heading into Big Ten play. We did have a Big Ten game over the weekend at Minnesota, but they're just going to face Big Ten throughout the rest of the season and the start of the new year.
Yeah, and obviously Delaware State, not quite the level of competition you're going to face in the Big Ten, but you can still take away some good things from this. You got to appreciate some of the bench players like Brianna Williams really stepping up. And for the Terps, you'd like to see that carry over when you do play games with their next Big Ten game coming against, I believe, Wisconsin. So,
yes, that Wisconsin game coming up on December the 29th. We'll start Big Ten home play in College Park as the Terps will be right back here at Xfinity Center. For the Hornets now, they have Smith maintaining possession as she dropped off a pass to Anis Geiger. As Geiger puts it up and she can't get it to go. She was fouled in the process. McLean with the foul. Picks up her fourth personal. Channing Williams will be shooting free throws for the Hornets. She's off on the first one.
Channing Williams, the transfer from Temple, yet to score in this one. Now she does.
The Terps have it back, up 84-19. McLean mishandles it momentarily, but puts it out to Garzone in time before the pressure comes from Smith. Smith guarding Garzone, but Garzone reads it well. Cross pass to McLean over to Maria Boyko, who puts up the jumper, and she gets it to go. 86-19 the score. The Hornets get possession now. Maintaining possession is Harrison. Puts it up. Can't get it to go for the Hornets as they try to get the second chance opportunity, but to no avail as the Terps have it. They're out and running. A nice breakaway. McLean spins around in the paint, puts it up, can't get it to go, but a foul is called as McLean will shoot 2.
Delaware State foul on number 40, Liliana Harrison. That's her 5th personal.
Harrison picks up her 5th foul there. As McLean enters his free throw attempt with 7 points on the night. She's 1 for 2 at the line tonight. Make that 2 for 3.
Some more free throws for the Terps. They were plus 10 in the free throw margin. Now plus 11.
So McLean now 3 for 4 from free throws tonight. As the Hornets have possession, trailing 88 to 19. Smith with possession for the Hornets. Flipped it out to Williams to her left. Channing Williams puts it over to Anise Geiger, who almost hits the referee. As Geiger's got it, mishandled that one though, as she was guarded by 2 Terps defenders. That ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, 2 seconds left on the shot clock for the Hornets, so they're going to have to make something happen quick on this out of bounds.
Smith will set it, trying to find Williams, but it went off the fingertips of Williams and into the arms of Maria Boyko for the Terps. A shot clock violation is called. Is possessing the ball for the Terps is Yarden Garzon. Garzon guarded by Smith. Garzon goes right to the basket. She finds McLean, flips it out to Maria Boyko, puts it up, can't get it to go. As the Hornets have possession now, just over 2 minutes to play here. The Hornets will settle things down to try and get past that Maryland press. As Maryland stands their ground, tips the ball momentarily, but Smith gets it back, goes to the basket, can't get it to fall. As the ball goes out of bounds. And the Terps will remain with possession. As Brianna Williams will get the pass. Will take the pass to McLean, who's at midcourt. McLean is guarded by Smith. So that's to Walker, who goes down on the court. And just over 2 minutes to play here. Terps have an 88-19 advantage. Nicole Frita gets possession for the Terps, puts it up, can't get it to go. Cleaning up the rebound is Smith for the Hornets. Smith picks up her 2nd rebound of the game. Smith still has it. Settling things down, guarded by McLean. Smith over to Addison, who puts it up, can't get it to go. So let's turn the table and to look ahead for the Terps. You know, we have Central Connecticut State coming into town on December 19th. That's the last non-conference opponent before Big Ten play really amps up, starting with Wisconsin on December 29th.
Yeah, and Central Connecticut State, another one where the Terps should have it reasonably easily, but that Wisconsin game, now that is a big one. Wisconsin will be one of the better teams that the Terps will probably face all season, so that'll be a really good game, and it will be home, so that's a big advantage for the Terps. Get the Xfinity Center rocking for that one.
Yes, just 4 days after Christmas, the Terps will return home to College Park to host a Monday matinee with the tip-off at 4 p.m. against the Badgers on Monday, December 29th. And from there on, it's all Big Ten opponents. As Maryland has to feel good about tonight, coming in here and putting up already 88 points. As Williams had that free throw to make it 89-19. And Smith has possession for the Hornets. They're just trying to drown out the clock and just get a little bit of something to take some confidence to get themselves out of this building and get home back and get home out of College Park.
Yeah, and it was a rough first half for the Hornets, but the second half has somehow gotten even rougher as they convert there, but they went on really long stretch of not being able to create any offense, and they've really just struggled to get anything set up.
The clock ticks down here. They shot 33% tonight, did the Hornets. 7 for 36, just totaling 21 points so far. And, you know, they have a good conference too. Yes, a lower level conference in the MEAC, but, you know, playing some highly skilled opponents in Howard and Norfolk State and others. And if they want to get things going on their side of things, they'll have to take a look at those bigger teams coming out of the MEAC and really start dialing in down the stretch if they want to be MEAC champs or be in the MEAC tournament this March. So, and on the side for Maryland, as we mentioned, you know, Wisconsin comes to town at the end of the month, and then from there on, Big Ten play is upon us. So the clock ticks down here, just over 13 seconds to play. Maryland with the 89-21 advantage. Overall, if you're Coach Freese, Noah, what are you saying to your team after this one?
You're saying good job taking care of business, but there are still some things that Maryland can clean up, obviously, and Coach Freese will find them. So you don't want to throw out the game altogether just because you won big. You can see what worked well, what worked not quite as well comparatively, obviously, and then see how you can use that against some of the better teams that you will play.
Yes, and as we know, Coach Freese will do that. She'll pull a few players aside and the team aside and say what we can fix going forward, especially as Big Ten play will be upon us in a few weeks. So as the game clock goes down to 0, that'll be all she wrote from the Xfinity Center as Maryland, it's a dominant 91-21 victory inside College Park on holiday night as they win it. They were in complete control throughout the entire game as they win by 70 points with a final of 91-21 here this evening. We thank you so much for listening. Alongside Noah Ghelli, I'm Cam Crossett. We hope you have a great Wednesday evening, and we look forward to seeing you next Friday as the Terps host the Central Connecticut State